With this system, it's way easier to learn for me. And bullet points, so we can elaborate on that further. Study my anki chords. Alright, hey guys, this is day 39 of documenting my life on YouTube, and let's get this going. I'm demolished right now. So that's what really every morning looks like. You could say I'm cortisol maxing just to get myself alive. My goals for today are just doing anki and improving my anki cards as much as possible. I really believe that with this system it's way easier to learn for me, and it's like a gamification of learning. It just helps overall. And if I go to my gym, I want to make a new lead for the coaching. I've said if, because I don't know if I go there, because my elbow is still messed up, so maybe I just go there for sauna or train in my basement. Let's just see. Alright, so next thing we don't enjoy at all, and that's the cold shower. Alright, first small W we're gonna collect is doing a physique update. Although that's not my favorite recently, because I've really been shrinking down in size, especially my upper body. I'll make this quick. Okay. All right. This was probably the quickest I've ever done. Let's see how that turned out. But I just want to be real on Instagram and TikTok, whatever. So not posting my physique would probably not be the solution. But let's get this anki stuff going. Okay, what is some practical application and advice you could give me on training the different parts of the quads, such as vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, and rectus femoris? Please just make it simple and bullet points, so we can elaborate on that further. That's what I've been doing like the last 1.5 hours, talking to my friend here. and that's what we're gonna finish with. Okay, so pit stop number 1 is my porridge and first coffee, such as my morning subs, and then I'm gonna continue with the anki stuff. This is like my whole learning is based off anki right now. I'm not really going through folders on my MacBook because my brain just needs repetition, and these algorithms just provide the best way of learning for me. But making cards is quite time consuming. Okay, so whenever I have the opportunity to do that, I go for sunlight in the first half of the day. So I'll just lay here and study my anki cards and get a sunburn. So, for example, functions of musculus triceps brachii. You may know that as triceps. So there's really 3 main parts and heads of the triceps we have to talk about. For example, the caput longum, which is primarily there to extend the elbow, extend the shoulder, and adduct the shoulder. We have the lateral head, the caput laterale, which is really there for pure elbow flexion and is especially strong during high force demands, for example, a French press or heavy cable triceps extension. I know this sounds stupid, but when I was younger, like 13, 14, 15, I had serious trouble with brushing my teeth. Well, maybe trouble is the wrong word, but I just couldn't stick to it on a regular basis. So by not being able to commit, I had serious issues with that. And I feel like all those little things adding up to, in the end, being able to be confident in yourself, they really do matter a lot for me. As you can see, the sun is pretty wild today, and I'm a huge fan of tanning myself. So what I've been researching for the past 10 to 15 minutes is how sunscreens affect your skin, cause irritations, and what options we have. I myself, I don't know if you can see this, but struggle a little bit with my skin for the last time, and I just bought a new sunscreen. I know, totally random right now, but it's with zinc oxide. So basically mineral based and not lipid based. So those fatty things tend to kind of build a second skin, so you cannot really breathe and little irritations build up. So yeah, it's crazy. The sunscreen is 30 euros for 100 milliliters. Woo! Alright, I think we're basically done. My food is already in the rice cooker, and I know this first part of the day doing my anki stuff is taking a long time, but it really helps me to stay on track with a lot of topics in the same time. So, for example, I did vocabulary in this app. I did learn states, capitals, general knowledge stuff. I do my university stuff in there. I haven't done that yet today, but I will, and it's just, I always thought that I was a bad student because I couldn't really memorize and learn, but by this algorithm that just keeps spilling only the things you really need at this moment right in front of you, it's possible.
And your overall state of mind. It can restore mental and physical vigor, and it can be done any time of day or night. It's very simple to do. You'll want to do this protocol seated or lying down. So if you're not already seated or lying down, please do so now. You'll also want to close your eyes. So if your eyes aren't already closed, please close them now.
There he goes. So we've been making his car work again. I always, if there's anything my parents ask me to do or need, I'm the last one to say no. I don't have to pay rent. I enjoy so many benefits by living off them. So yeah, help your parents. That's like a family meeting here. This is my brother's car, well, one of his cars, and this is the old car of my grandpa. I know, this ass looks a little nasty, but it does the job.